Come on in, booze. Come on in, grab a seat, get yourself a little snack and a little drink, because today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a show and tell situation. And if you're new here, hi, welcome. My name is Carolyn Gray. This is my channel. Get cozy because you might like it here. I talk about all things fashion, and sometimes I do some vlogs that showcase my life living here in New York City as an entrepreneur, because your girl be busy. So today we're going to talk about shoe trends, because I'm a self-proclaimed shoe whore. Okay, I'm a shoe whore, and I'm thinking, you know, the first thing I always do when the new season is coming up and I'm like, okay, do I need anything? Of course I don't need anything, but I do go for shoes first. So let's discuss what's coming up in these trends, because we're already starting to see it, and a lot of it is actually going to be continuous in the fall, especially after reviewing a lot of these fashion 23 fall runway, I can't even talk today, fall 23 runway shows. A lot of these trends are going to be continuous. So let's get into it. So one of the first trends that I want to discuss is metallic shoes. Now, it's no secret, metallic shoes have been, it's a continuous trend since last year. There was a lot of metallic boots on the scene, and even my homegirl, Brown Girl Cheese, said metallics are honestly a neutral color, and I totally agree with that. I feel like people who truly continuously connect to metallics, they just, that's their thing. That's what they connect to innately. But in all honesty, gold and silver, bronze, rose gold, they go with so much. They are a great foundational color, in a sense, a natural element. And I feel like last year there was a lot of rave going on about the Jimmy Choo gold metallic boots. Everybody was getting something silver gold, but I feel like this season, with spring coming, we're seeing a lot more silver, more so than anything. And that's also, you know, jewelry, handbags, clothing. We're seeing a lot more silver elements in fashion altogether. So we're seeing it as far as shoes are concerned, not just in boots, but like pointed toe, slingbacks, Mary Janes. It's giving very cute natural element goodness. It really is. So I'm excited for that particular trend. I have a gold pair of Valentino Mary Janes that I'm actually they're not really Mary Janes, but they're Mary Jane-ish, but I'm really excited about that. Another trend that is giving a lot of people some buzz right now are like sculpted heels. Ferragamo, they have their circular sculpted heel. Tom Ford. I mean, I love a good sculpted shoe. It gives you something to talk about. It's like art on your feet. I feel that anytime I've seen something that it looked like it was geometrically impossible to walk on, I was there for it. I love anything sculpted and totally outside the box of what a normal shoe is. And I feel like we're not really seeing that much stiletto. We're seeing a lot more sculpted and wedge. We're seeing a lot of wedges this season too. And it's like not so much clunky, but there's a lot of platforms. There's a lot of sculpted wedge. There's a lot of over-exaggerated, surreal wedges that are coming into play as well. So I feel like when it comes to that particular area of a trend, to each its own. I feel like it's going to connect to who it's going to connect to. It's not really, and I don't really consider it a fad either. I feel like it is a strong trend, but I feel like it's not for the masses. Whereas like Mary Jane is a little bit more for the masses. Metallic shoes are a lot more for the masses, but sculpted and wedge platforms, heels and things like that, it is for a very specific consumer that just connects very deeply to that overall. And they never really went out of trend with it. Like they've been wearing that trend. I feel like that is going to be something that we see even more people trying in this spring summer season. Another trend that I'm I don't know if I'm excited for it. I feel like it's always been a thing. Retro sneakers. So we're not really seeing too much of like the dad, like Balenciaga, over exaggerated big old sneaker. I feel like we're seeing a lot more sleeker, retro throwback sneakers, like the Sambas, like, you know, old school Nike sneakers that our parents had in the 70s and 80s, that type of thing. What are those sneakers called? The Forrest Gump sneakers that Jenny gave him and he like ran across the whole country like several times with them. Yeah, those, I love those sneakers. But I do think like, and I don't know if it's because it's a reflection of what happened to Balenciaga with their whole situation last year, that, you know, people aren't really buying into their dad over exaggerated sneakers, and we're seeing a decline in that particular style because of that. But it's kind of interesting that now we're seeing a lot more sleeker, toned down throwback styles in comparison to what they've been putting out. And I did see their show this morning. More to come on my thoughts with that one, with that runway show. I think they said a lot and said nothing at all at the same time, but we'll get into that on another video, on my next video, right? Yeah, so retro sneakers are in, totally in. I do feel like minimal is out in a sense. In a sense, they're out. I feel like the row type of sandal, or the sleek Jill sandal, like the T-strap sandal, the new sandals, it's not so big this year because everyone is doing very surreal, chunky, out there type of shoes, embellished shoes, you know, but they're still there. They're still going to be purchasable. I feel like they're still a staple to have, a must have. You should always have something very simple because you might have an outfit that is very avant-garde, over the edge, where you need something to balance it. So I don't feel that minimal is completely out, but it is not so much in our face this year. But what I will say is clear, not just PVC, is a big trend. And you know, obviously, like the Yeezy PVC, like, yes, we're seeing styles like that, but we're also seeing netted, mesh, jelly styles. I feel like this is going to be a big trend this year, and that's cute. I feel like it's cool because it gives a different twist on minimalistic shoes, but just a different fabrication. I'm really excited for more of the mesh fabrications, or mesh with a little bit of like stone or embellishment, rhinestones, things of that nature. Noose has some really beautiful shoes like that, so they're staying on the curve of trends right now. Chanel had a lot of netted shoes last runway season, so we're gonna see a lot of that out on the streets. Trends are gonna be trends. I think it's important to buy things that you purely connect to because that's your personal style. And I feel like buying into certain trends, you have to be careful about how you're gonna wear them, cost per wear, and how they're structured. You know, if there's a netted shoe that doesn't have some type of structure inside of it that will last more than just a year or more than just a season, I would prefer that over something that has no structure inside of it or doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't make sense to me to buy something that is good for one season of wear, you know. So trends are going to be there. They're going to come and go, but I feel like you make purchases pertaining to your personal style, and you want to make sure that it actually has longevity in your closet. And a little bit of a sneak peek of fall, because I feel like we're going to see it, especially New York people. We do boots all year round. We don't care if we're wearing shorts with boots and our kneecaps are sweating. We're going to wear the over-the-knee boots in the summertime. We don't care. Mary J. Blige all day. We're going to wear boots no matter what. But I do think the thigh-high boots, baby, I can't wait for fall when it comes to that. That is going to be very exciting. So another trend that I'm like, okay, girl, ballet flats. Still going strong. I just think that they're hard to walk in sometimes. I feel like they're not great for your feet. I don't know. And they're not my favorite trend, but they're everywhere. It's either you have a strong ballet flat or you have like a really solid Mary Jane, whether it's over the top of your foot or around your ankle, that type of aesthetic, which I like that. I prefer that. But them damn ballet flats, like, they are just really like here, all up in your face. And I'm like, girl, do you want bunions? Because I wore ballet flats once upon a time as a style, and I got bunions now, and I'm not happy about it. So I really regret wearing certain shoes that push my feet in a certain way that's not natural to me. And yeah, I'm annoyed. So it's giving me PTSD, and I'm not here for it. Yeah, those are the trends. I feel like metallic shoes are going to be a big deal in all different type of silhouettes. clunky, chunky platform sculpted shoes are gonna be a really big wave this year, and I'm excited because I love a good sculpted heel. The new minimalistic shoe, which is clear PVC jelly mesh, that's gonna be really beautiful. And Mary Jane's ballet shoes, we've been talking about it, but I'm excited for what is going to be purchasable this season. I feel like they're going to make sense longevity wise. I feel like you have to really innately connect to the styles that are coming out for you to actually be like, okay, I really love this, I'm going to purchase this, I'm going to wear it, and it's going to be like a collectible piece for me. Like, I'm going to be able to take out one of these sculpted heels 3 years from now, and it's going to be a conversation piece. So yeah, I actually, you know, and I'm not a big investor of spring, summer clothing and shoes, because for me it's so quick here on the East Coast. It's a couple of months, and then it's mostly cold winter months, and that's where I feel I invest more. But I'm actually excited about some of the things that are coming out this season, because I feel like it's going to be transitional into fall and some colder months. Just putting it out there. But yeah. And if you got this far in the video, don't forget to subscribe. I know a lot of y'all are return people, but y'all are not subscribed. What is going on? Take a moment to sign in and subscribe for me, please, because I just want to make sure that y'all hear, that y'all get the alerts, and that y'all not catching it late, okay? And oh yeah, one more note. I'm taking a week off of social media overall because it's time for a reset. Speaking of spring trends, spring is coming. That's a natural new year for me, for a lot of people that believe in it. And I feel like I just want to clear my mind and not be responsible for anything digital and socially digital because I just want to clean up, purge, reset, make sure that I'm in alignment with whatever else I'm going to be putting out for the next quarter, and just feeling one with myself. I advise for y'all to do the same. Spring is a good time. It's a lot of newness. It's a reset. It's a rewash. It's a reorganization space, you know, and I feel like to do it right, to feel good about it, especially the last 2 months, I think that a lot of people have felt slow and kind of groggy and just healing from the last couple of years and rushed into a new year. I think that this is the perfect time to just be quiet and sit with yourself and to just understand what's in your space and what needs to be out of it and rid yourself of it. So while we're on this new schedule, Thursdays and Sundays, I will not be posting for a full week because I need to gather myself so I could be 100% to pour into you and vice versa, right? So I'll see y'all next time, and we will be discussing Paris and that Balenciaga that we saw. Yeah, we're going to talk about them a little bit and all the other great ones that we saw too, because there was some good stuff on Paris. Milan had me like gagging, but Paris, Paris had me like, okay, you know what to do, and you doing it. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.